Hey guys, Coach Dylan again from the Lamprey. Today we're going to do another Cardio Crushers workout right in the office. Here we go. So today we got another workout that you can do at home. We are going to be outside for part of this. We're going to do a sprint section at the beginning after we get warmed up. And you can do the warm up inside or outside. Either one is fine. But what we're going to do, the first part of our warm up is going to be the hurdle drill. And you may have seen runners doing this at the track before, or maybe you have done them yourself. But you can kind of picture having an imaginary hurdle or a fence. And we're going to go over the fence. And then we're going to go under the next one. Then we're just going to come back going the next way, over and under. And what we're looking for this is to work on the range of motion in our hips, getting the glutes activated, getting the core activated. That way we can move with full range of motion while being safe but mobile. From the side, when we go over, we want to keep that core engaged, so we're here. We don't want to be bobbing forward back. And then when we go under the fence, we want to keep the core tight. Notice my hip is staying flat, my back is staying flat, right? This isn't necessarily getting us under, right? That's not going to get the muscles firing the way we want them to fire for the workout. So keep that core tight. Even if you're not getting super low, that's fine. We just want to stretch those hips out, get them a little more mobile before we get moving. The second thing we're going to be doing are some leg swings. We went side to side with the hurdle drill. Now we're going to go forward and back with the leg swings, work on this range of motion. Forward and back, just nice and smooth. It's a good thing to do to work on your balance too. Gets this glute firing, keep us balanced, keeping our toes spread if you're barefoot. And we're just looking for about 10 on each side. Nice and smooth. If you need to hang on to something, that's perfectly okay. We're not trying to make you, this isn't part of the workout per se, we're trying to get warm so we can work out. And just make sure we get both sides, keeping the core solid. Notice when I'm doing these, I'm staying up tall, right? And even if my leg's not gonna be straight all the way back here, that's fine. We're getting a little bit of stretch, dynamic stretch out of the quad, a little bit out of the hamstring. Notice my left hamstring's a little tight for my workout today. Just nice and smooth. 10 on each side. And then we'll finish up with about 30 seconds of high knees, or if you don't have a clock right in front of you, you just count to like somewhere between 20 and 30 on each side. And that's just right here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping the core tight, getting those knees up, keeping the feet underneath us. If you have a knee issue or some other impact related issue, you can easily do these as a march, and you can still get your heart rate up and get stuff firing, which is the whole point. We want to get that heart rate up a little bit. We're going to move right into our sprints. And I say sprints, it's not all sprints. We're going to have 3 gears today. We have easy, which is 65 to 75% effort. You should be able to talk, be able to move just fine. It's our all-day pace. We're going to go at that pace for about a minute. Then we're going to go 45 seconds at our push pace, which is about 95% effort. We don't want to go higher than 95% because right after that, we're going to go to our repeat speed, which is everything you got super fast. Fast and quick is the key, not necessarily push. We're going to push for that 45 seconds, and then we're going to speed it up and get the really high turnover rate where we're really moving for 30 seconds. So it's 60 seconds easy, 45 seconds of push, 30 seconds at repeat speed, full speed. We're going to do 4 sets. Once we do our 4 sets, then we're going to move on to our lifting. And then the second part of this workout, the lifting part, we're doing Tabatas. For Tabatas, we want to move as quickly as possible, as explosively as possible for 20 seconds, and then we get 10 seconds of full recovery. And we're going to do this as many times as we can for 1 exercise at a time. And the objective is to get the heart rate as high as possible, but really work on that neuromuscular system. We're going to work on recruiting as many muscle fibers at once as we can so our motions are quick and explosive. And we're going to go until we can no longer move explosively. For most exercises, this is probably somewhere between 3 and 4 rounds of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. before you hit that point where you can no longer move explosively, where you start pushing. Once you're pushing, stop, get your full recovery, and then we move on to the next exercise. So we have a total of 8 exercises we're going to do today. We have chest presses, squats or squat jumps, bent over rows, kettlebell swings, curls, crunches, and sprints. So we started with sprinting outside. We're going to finish out there as well. Or you can just stay outside the whole time if it's nice out. So, first exercise, we have chest presses. We want to get set up on the floor. I'm using my handy dandy 1-gallon jug today. It weighs 8 pounds because it's got water in it. If you don't have weights at home, this is an excellent option for you. Just make sure it's got a good top on it so you don't get water everywhere. And don't drink the water while you're working out because that doesn't weigh as much. Use something else for drinking water. For chest presses, we're going to lay down on the floor. We're going to have our toes up so our core is tight, pelvic floor is engaged, heads down, shoulders out of our ears, and we're going to go up and down as fast as we can. Normally, I would tell you if you have one of those big round stability balls, you can lay on that while you're doing your lifting. It's excellent. Not for this because we're going to be moving fast enough that you'll be bouncing around. And that's not ideal from a safety perspective. So just lay on the ground, or if you have a good solid ottoman or bench, use one of those if you want. But laying on the ground is just fine. Remember, we want to go as fast as we can for 20 seconds and then 10 seconds of rest. So set yourself a timer so it'll ding at 20 seconds. You can get there are plenty of apps that do Tabata timing for you. That way you're not trying to watch your watch while you're working out today. After chest presses, we're going to do squats or squat jumps. Squats, you can actually do more reps because you're not having to wait on gravity to pull you down, right? We're already in contact with the ground. We can pull ourselves down instead of falling down at the speed of gravity. But we want to move quickly. If you're just doing squats, you can hang on to your weight. If you're doing squat jumps, leave the weight alone on this one. I will say, if you are doing squat jumps, when you start going not as quickly, you can switch over to doing the last set as just speed squats, and you can really polish yourself off. For our squats, we want good mechanics still, right? Core's engaged. We want to keep those knees in line with our feet. Core is tight, we're right here. From the side, looks like we're right here, right? Up and down. Notice my shins are staying parallel to my back. We're not getting here, right? This isn't a squat, right? That's a deadlift. So we want to be right here, down and up, keeping the hips tight. And you don't want to go so deep that you're rounding your back. We want to keep that core tight, up and down. The third thing on the list, we got bent over rows. We're going to grab our water bottle, our weight. We're going to get nice and flat. You may want to narrow your feet up. So you're right here if you have 2 different weights. If you got one in each hand, get your knees together. That way they're not in the way. But we want to be nice and flat, squeezing the elbows up, right? We want to be right here. Bring it up. If you have 2 weights, you can get a little wider, get a little higher. 20 seconds, as fast as you can. 10 seconds recovery. Hit it again. 20, 10, 20, 10. Until you have to slow down. Then stop. Number 4 today is kettlebell swings. Using our weight here, we're going to be here. Keeping the core tight. Drive the hips back, squeeze them forward. Squeeze them back, squeeze them forward. Notice, unlike my squat where my knees kind of come forward a little bit, so my back and my shins are parallel, our knees are going to stay where they are, and we're going to reach the hips backwards. And we're going to explode forwards, right? But I'm using my glutes, not my lower back. We don't want to do this. This is not a kettlebell swing. That's a blow your back out swing. Don't do it. But 20 seconds. Hip, hip, hip. Use a light weight on this one so you're not hurting yourself. Because it's hard to control that explosive weight on the end where you have to catch it. Number 5, we got curls. And again, if you have dumbbells at home, use them. If you don't, grab yourself a jug of water. 8 pounds. Even just 8 pounds moving quickly, right here, it'll get you, right? We're going to be right here, keeping the elbows in tight. All right, we don't want to be here. We want those elbows stable, so the only joint that moves is the elbow, right? We're not going to move the shoulder. And we want to go up and down as fast as we can. If you find yourself moving fast with something heavy and you're bobbing, stagger your feet so you're right here. And that will keep you a little more stable. Again, 20 seconds as fast as you can go, 10 seconds full recovery. Until you can't go quickly anymore, then stop and move on to the next exercise. Number 6, we have crunches. So for this one, we're gonna lay down on the floor, again, or bench if you have a bench. But you can lay down on the floor, we're gonna pull the toes up. So we're engaging the hip flexors and pelvic floor, we're stable. Hang on to your ears. That way you can't use your arms to pull yourself up, right? We wanna use the core. And we wanna push the chin all the way to the ceiling. And we're coming up high enough to get the shoulder blades off the ground, whoop, and back down. 20 seconds, as fast as you can go. And then 10 seconds, full recovery. And for that full recovery, make sure you're laying your head down. This is not gonna get you recovered. After you get that full recovery, after your crunches, it's time to move on to sprints. For the sprint, you're going to want to go back outside, or if it's not nice out, you can do a set of high knees inside, or you can do mountain climbers. It doesn't really matter. We want to get back to the legs and kind of get the full body going and really polish you off for the last set. So if you're outside, just grab yourself a watch. After you do one or two a couple times, you'll have a general feel of how far you need to go in 20 seconds. I promise you it's not that far. You can probably do it right out in front of your house. And we want to do as many sets as we can, getting that full turnover. If it doesn't feel like you're trying to keep up on a bike that's going downhill, you're not moving quickly enough and you're done, right? And that's okay. That's the goal. We want to polish you off and really, really work that central nervous system and the ability to stay coordinated and to move explosively. Once you get done with your sprints, get that full recovery, take a good 5-10 minute walk, easy jog. Even if you're just walking inside your house, grab a swig of water, use that as your cool down, and then stretch really well. The big muscle groups that you're going to hit hard today are going to be your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings, and especially your chest and your upper back. Those are kind of the big ones. So make sure you stretch those. Otherwise, you may be a little sore in 2 days. So until next time, train smart.